What's good everyone, Shurit here, bringing you guys a new video. So today we have Nekroz versus Invoked, Shaddoll, DOGMATIKA, playing against quite a high rated player right now, 652 rating, putting him in about the top 200. I also checked his bio and I think he was top 16 in one of the recent LCSs. So not a too bad player we're playing against. I mean, definitely better than me, obviously. I have never topped anything, but hopefully we can do good with our 2015 meta, as I like to call it. He obviously Invoked DOGMATIKA Shaddoll is one of the best decks of the format right now, if not maybe the second best. I mean, it's up for debate right now. I think Dragon Link's the best, but obviously Invoked did really well in the LCS. But yeah, so I opened Nibiru, I opened Manju, I opened Ash, I opened Prosperity and YuGiOh. Honestly, perfect. Generally, you want to see 2 free hand traps / go second cards, and then 2 free of your engine cards is probably the best opening hand, so I couldn't be happier with this. He opens Beast, Shaddoll, Fusion, Driver. We love it when our opponent opens Driver. Nadir, Servant, and Alistair. Even 46 cards, they somehow still managed to open Nadir, Servant, and Alistair. But I think I won the dice roll, so obviously, well, not the dice roll, the rock, paper, scissors, so obviously I decided to go second. So he's going to normal summon Alistair. I'm going to discard the Ash to obviously negate that. He's going to summon the Artemis and then use El Shaddoll Fusion. He's going to use Beast and Artemis to summon Construct, and then Construct is chain link 2, Census Squamata, and then Beast draws 2. He hard draws into the Invocation, so the Ash didn't even matter. Like that was just insane. And then he sent the Hedgehog there. So and then he uses Invocation here, so he's going to get the Macabre regardless, and it's just not looking good for me right now. And then he's going to get Alistair back for the recursion, and then he puts Construct into the gravity controller, I said think here, and he thought I meant before the gravity controller was summoned, but I was like, no, I'm thinking on the gravity controller summon. So he just sorted that out again, putting the Invocation back, obviously. I nib here just so I can get like a monster out of his hand, thinking okay, maybe this will help. He ends up discarding the Driver, and I'm just like, okay, there was literally no point of that then. He gets El Shaddoll Fusion, and he uses Nadir, Servant, and I'm just like, how do you open like that? Because how do you open like that, especially in 46 cards as well? He said Beast best card, he added Invo, and I was just like, okay, I mean, must be nice. He gets Schism as well, so he's got Winder access, he's got Punishment access, and he uses Ecclesia's effect to get adds the Punishment. And then he sets the Punishment, sets the Schism, and I mean, it's not looking too good for me. I draw Shurit, not the worst card. I normal summon Manju. He negates it with Macabre, which I'm surprised, because normally they let Manju go through, which is a bit unfortunate there. So I mean, he is a good player, so I'm not surprised. So I banished 6 cards from Prosperity to try and grab something. I end up getting I think I had the Kaleidoscope, but I got rid of the Shurit Dark Ruler. Dark Ruler does nothing against the 1 Macabre, that's already used its effect. Plus I can't just wait for him to summon Winder to use the Dark Ruler. I just need Engine at this point. So I put everything back. To be honest, the writing's already on the wall for this game. So I discard YuGiOh. I mean, it could be argued maybe I should have just scooped, but I wanted to, of course, try. I mean, it didn't look like I had completely lost. But I used Kaleidoscope here, and then I'm just like, okay, send Elder, use Elder effect, pop the face down. It ends up being the Punishment. Then he changed Schism. I'm just like, okay, yeah, you got it. There's nothing I can do in that scenario. He's just got too many resources, too many power plays there. He said, yeah, open crazy. Yeah, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, Alistair, Nadir, Servant, even with the Ash there, he managed to hard draw the Invo. So he's asking about here. He's asking, isn't Dogma Nekroz better? And I'm like, Dogma Nekroz has a higher ceiling, but there's less room in there for hand traps. Therefore, you're more likely to just lose against like combo, and there's just not enough room for the hand traps for going second cards, which are obviously really important. You can't just have a deck full of Engine, because as high as your ceiling is, if your opponent puts Savage, Seal, and everything up on the board, what are you going to do? Let's be real. So of course I'm going to still pick to go second. I mean, surely he can't get that lucky again. He draws Gamma, Cold by Dragon, Squamata, and Super Poly. Much better, that's what we like to see. No DOGMATIKA access, no Invoked access, easy game. And I draw Prosperity, Kaleidoscope, Denko, Lancia, Harpies, not too bad. Would have been nice to have maybe a YuGiOh here, but we got the Prosperity to try and access our engine. Prosperity is actually amazing. I draw Dark Ruler no more as well, so I've just got all the answers, but he didn't even set up a board, he just set the call by. I'm surprised he didn't set one of these, I guess. I mean, Dragon maybe? I normal summon Denko because I'm just like, might as well make sure that card doesn't mess with me. So I banish the 6 from Prosperity, and I try and get some Engine, and I get the Preparation of Right. I didn't get the Manju because I already normal summoned the Denko here. I put back Trish and Kaleidoscope, and Evenly as well because he's just got no field. I'm gonna activate the Preparation of Right. add the Nekroz of YuGiOh. I'm gonna activate Kaleidoscope. I'm gonna send the Herald, summon the YuGiOh, and then Herald effect, add the Brio just to follow up. I haven't really got much to do here. I can wipe out about half his life points though, so not too bad. And then I'm just going to pass turn. He draws Droll. I mean, my favourite card. You're going to see this card in Game 3. Just a bit of spoilers there. You're going to see it quite a bit. He's going to set and then activate Super Poly. This reminds me of Pack Balling on a Budget series. Just normal summon, Super Poly. I don't know who he was playing against, but I remember when he Super Poly Dragoon twice. It was actually quite funny. But Squamata is going to get sent to the graveyard, fusing my Denko away. So now that his Cold Buy is live, he's going to summon Construct, send the Schism, and then Construct kill YuGiOh. Construct go to graveyard, Gravity Controller, Construct's effect add Schism, Controller doesn't add the Schism back. Set the Schism and pass. I draw Shurit, not the worst draw. I activate Harpy's Feather Duster. He changed the Schism and then changed the Call By. So Call By gets rid of YuGiOh, and then he summons the Winder. So I don't really mind, to be honest. I discard the Brio. I get Colossalus. Just he draws me here, which is really unfortunate. I'm like, come on. I'm just hoping that he doesn't have game next turn, to be honest, because that draw was really clutch there. He chops X Invocation. Luckily no Alistair access, so pretty good for me. He's just going to attack me with Winder and Gravity Control, and we can basically do what we were trying to do last turn, but in the next turn. Oh yeah, also Winder can't attack directly because of Schism, so I just gained back that 2200 life points. I drew Denko, not the worst card, to be honest. It kind of actually made sure I had exact game. So I had Cycle. Cycle's so good late game. I had Mirror. I could also go for Trish here, but I just didn't want to overextend. I activate Cycle, Tribute Shurit, get Brio. Shurit effect had Trishula just in case he had any weird targeting effects in the hand. I mean, I didn't expect anything, to be honest. It's just precautions. Brio shuffle back Galaxy Controller and Winder, normal summon Denko, and that's another 4k, and that's game 2. And here we have game 3. It's a very long game 3, and you'll see why. He makes me go first. Generally they get the gist game 3 and realize that, yeah, his deck's built to go first. Maybe it's built to go second. Maybe we should make him go first. He opens 2 Drolls, my favorite. He opens Dynamiscus, and then Meltdown and Terraforming. So fun times for me. I've literally got nothing to do. I can't do anything with one Brio. I just have like Lancia, Evenly, Ash, Dark Ruler. So he draws Punishment. He activates the Meltdown, gets the Alistair. Normal summons Alistair, obviously. Wait, do I allow the... Yeah, I allow the Invocation to go through because I have Lancia here, so I'm just saving Ash for like Nadir Servant, but obviously he doesn't have it. So he's going to summon the Magistus. He activates Invocation, and Lancia, and I'm just like, wait, you can't resolve Invocation even though you're playing Shaddolls. And I didn't realize at the time, but he literally doesn't have access to a single Shaddoll in his hand. So Magistus is going to attack me directly. He's going to set the Dynamiscus and call it a turn. I'm going to draw Brio, and I'm just like, at this point I really thought I was going to lose. Like, I really thought I was going to, like how what do I do with 2 Brio? Like, literally nothing. So I just pass again. That's 2 turns I passed. I passed my first 2 turns, and look, he top decks Droll. He has 3 Droll and Lockbirds in his hand. Like how is this winnable? Like, on what level is this winnable? The only good thing is I have a lot of cards to stop him, but I can't do anything myself, especially with those 3 Droll in hand. So he normal summons Alistair. I'm going to Ash that again because just Mechable would just kill me at this point. He's just going to attack with those 2. Just Magistus and Alistair beat down best deck. I draw into a Mirror, which honestly is not ideal. I discard Brio, I add Shurit, and his Droll number 1, Happy Times. There's no point in going Mirror, Tribute, Shurit, summon Brio. Give up all our resources, don't even get a search of Shurit just to shuffle back Magistus and destroy Alistair. Like, it's just really not worth it. I decide to just set the Shurit and keep evenly in hand. Like, yeah, I could have got rid of 3 cards, but like, my logic is like, these cards aren't even good. Like, I was waiting for him to actually make plays. So he does a funny play. He tribute summons Pancratops because, you know, why not? It's a disruption. I drop deck Prep, a good card. I'm actually glad. So I activate Dark Ruler no more on the Pancratops, just so if he tributes it, he doesn't get the effect. I discard the Brio, I add the Trishula, and here comes Droll number 2, Happy Times. So I can't use that Prep. I activate Nekroz Mirror. I banish Shurit, summon the Trishula, I activate Trishula effect. I think he chains Punishment here. So he sends the El Shaddoll Construct, and obviously I'm going to banish Construct because Construct isn't in the place where it it should have been to resolve. I mean, I'm so bad at explaining rulings. Basically, Construct was sent to the graveyard as Chain Link 2, so it would have to wait until the new chain started to activate its effect. But if it's moved from the graveyard to the banish pile, it doesn't get its effect. So obviously I'm going to banish the Construct there to prevent him getting advantage there. and I'm going to hit the Dynamiscus. I don't hit the Droll out of hand. Fun times. He's still got a Droll unlocked bird, so I'm not doing anything next turn. He top decks Shaddoll Fusion. Great for me because I just don't summon from the extra deck. I activate, I think, Reinforcement of the Army. Look, I said draw me one more time and see what happens, just as a joke, because I was like, surely he doesn't have the third Droll. I had the Shurit, and then he's just like, Droll, and I'm just like, wow. Just wow, free Droll, no starter. I mean, he did draw starters. He had a Meltdown. He had 2 Alistairs, I think, or was that one of the Alistairs off Meltdown? No, he had 2 Meltdowns. And he had an Alistair, so the Alistair search off the Meltdown. So yeah, he had about 3 starters, so he did have starters there. But honestly, this game's just funny. He top decks Dragon, and I'm just like, top decks Alistair. I really thought he was going to top deck Alistair there, but no, he top decks Dragon, attacks me directly. So somehow, after passing my first 2 turns and getting Drolled 3 times, somehow I'm still in this game. I top deck Preparation Rites, so I have 2 Preparation Rites, so I'm just like, okay, no, I don't have to worry about Droll anymore. So I activate Preparation Rites, finally I can play the game. I get Colossalus, I get Mirror back as well. I'm going to discard Colossalus and add the Cycle so I can get Trishula out again because we love trishing our opponent. Tribute the Shurit, summon the Trishula, chain link 1 Trish, chain link 2 Shurit, just a chain block obviously, add the Brio. And then Trishula gets rid of Dragon, Invocation, and the Shaddoll Fusion out of hand. I said Shaddoll Fusion versus Nekroz. So funny not using the extra deck. It is, to be honest. I mean, everyone really does rely on the extra deck in the modern game. So I had Unicorn, I had Cycle back time, so just recurring my resources. I discard the Unicorn to add back the Shurit, and then I cycle Tribute the Shurit, summon the Unicorn. I just was trying to get damage on board and also like make sure that like his extra deck monsters didn't have effects. Obviously I did have to go a bit neg there because Shurit can't be more than once per turn. I wish it was more than once per turn, but it's not. So Unicorn and Trishula attack directly for 5k, and I'm looking in a good spot. He draws Wendy, which is a decent card. Here I draw Prosperity, but I'm just like, what my plan was actually here is I discard Brio and I get Unicorn, right? So I'm just like, if that monster is just a bluff, if it's not a Shaddoll, if it's not like a Wendy, if it's something else, then what I could have done is activate Mirror. I could have banished the Shurit from graveyard, summon Unicorn. So Unicorn would have attacked this monster face down. It would have died, no effect, obviously, because it just doesn't have one. And then Trishula would have attacked directly, 300 life points left. I was going to go Mirror, banish the Shurit, summon the Unicorn, and then I was going to overlay both the... I can't show you here because obviously it's a replay, but I was going to overlay both the Unicorns to summon Cowboy and Cowboy for game, but he did have the Wendy there, so it prevented me from going for game there. And I just didn't want to overextend too much and get punished for it, despite obviously being in the right position here to like try my best. But he didn't have a card in hand, so I couldn't trish him either, so it's a bit hard at that point. So he uses beast effects. He draws 2. He draws Driver Gamma, which is funny. Obviously main phase 2 I activate Prosperity because I wanted to get damage in. In the end I didn't get a single point of damage in. And then I mill 6. I decided to go for Manju just because I can go for a rank 4 like Dweller here just to lock off the game. Put back the other cards. Nekroz grind game is actually insane. I normal summon the Manju, activates it. I'm just like, he activates Gamma and I'm like, you drew Driver and Gamma, and he's just like, he's the most unlucky person going. I mean, I guess it makes up for that game 1 look of hard drawing the Invo off of the Beast and opening up the Nadir Servant, Alistair and Skizzer and Mechabur window for the next turn. It's just amazing. But yeah, so Manju gets destroyed, and then end phase he just banishes the 2. So obviously, like, the writing's on the wall for him. He top decks Beast. He sets a monster, and I'm just like, oh, not this again. He's just memeing it. Obviously, he couldn't actually set that monster. I just go for battle phase. I'm just going to try the same Cowboy thing. I realize it's Beast, and then I'm just like, it's a level 5 GG, and he's like, joke. Obviously, he was just messing around. He would have drawn Ecclesia as the next one, which would have been a good card, but I did have the Ash. So yeah, I mean, if that was anything else, if that was like Squamata, my logic was attack with Unicorn first, because then Squamata would pop the Trishula, and then I still have the Unicorn access, and I can still go for a rank for the next turn, which would have been pretty good. But yeah, I mean, it was a really good game. Obviously, Invoked, Shaddoll, Dogmatika is another really good deck. We managed to beat Dragon Link, we managed to beat Bird Up, we've managed to beat Invoked, Shaddoll, Dogmatika, and against quite a good play, obviously. Like I said, top 16 in the LCS. I think it was the 3v3 LCS, and right now he's in the top 100 on Dueling book. So not doing too bad with the deck. I think the format's really, really good for the deck, and I really do recommend you guys try it out. I will try and get a deck profile out there. I'm just a bit wary because a red bear comes out in like 3-4 weeks, so I don't want to make a deck profile and then it just get outdated because of like 1 copy of a red bear. So I'm thinking, because the next ban list is in July, I might just wait for the format to develop and then make a deck profile when a red bear comes out and goes from the past. Hopefully it comes out and goes from the past. I'm going to be mad if it doesn't come out and goes from the past. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember guys, board break, don't board make. This has been Shurit, banish free.